So I've been thinking a lot lately about what actually gets momentum on YouTube. And a lot of creators think that it has to do with just getting a video to get a lot of views, and then all of a sudden you're going to blow up your channel and every other video that you shoot is going to get a lot of views. And I used to think the same thing. And in reality, that actually used to be the case a little bit. I've been doing this now for 17 plus years. I've seen a lot of changes, but I also spot patterns. And I'm noticing right now that YouTube has a lot more creators. There's a lot more videos being uploaded, but it's not necessarily how good the video is or the quality of the video or how many edits the video has. There's something that I'm seeing that YouTube is rewarding creators for, and that is trust. And what I mean by that is not just, oh, do we trust this creator, but it's about what that viewer has done since watching your one video. So this is what I'm seeing, and this is what I think is going to make a bigger difference and allow us to stand out in such a competitive landscape on YouTube. The way I see it is, yes, we are creating videos so we can get discovered. So we are getting people to raise their hand, and basically become a viewer. So to get that attention, what are we doing? Well, we're trying to come up with a video title and topic that attracts those people and gets them to raise their hand. That's what we're doing. So that hasn't changed. Like, that's the same thing. And we might put out 10 or 15 or 20 videos and none of them really grab the audience's attention. But let's just say that we get one that does. This is where I see creators nowadays making the mistake. And I've made this mistake, so I am not going to sit here and tell you like I've never made this mistake, because I have. And I'm adjusting for it now. And so the way that I'm seeing it now within YouTube is basically saying, hey, all right, cool. That person, for that moment, they went ahead and said, I like this topic, I'm interested, I'm gonna watch this video. But what is next? That's the thing that I'm seeing, and I'm actually seeing pretty good results right now for our own channel. And that is, we're thinking to ourselves, what is going to get them to continue to watch the next video? Now that's on the viewer side, but on YouTube side, they're also looking at the trust factor of like, okay, if I show this video to a person, is it someone that just watched one of your other videos or not? And actually, you know what? I got a question for you. If you are watching this video and this is the first time seeing one of my videos, let me know that in the comments. I'd really love to know. And if you have watched one of our other videos on this channel, let me know that as well. That'll show us, and it'll show you, that that's how the algorithm's working right now. So let me know that in the comments. Now, here's the problem. We might say, okay, I'm in the fishing niche. I'm out here by this pond. I'm in the fishing niche. And I know that people, are looking for fishing advice. Well, you might put out a video about a big bass that you caught, and that gets someone to click on it. But then you might post another video about, I don't know, a certain thing on how to fish. Well, that person doesn't necessarily need that right now. And so that's the mistake, is we need to figure out what's the continuation, but also YouTube looks at it as like a path. And once we start to establish like that's our channel, but not just our channel, but that's kind of like built off of that one video that got us a lot of traction, then they can start to piece it together. So it's almost like we're leaving breadcrumbs for the viewer, but also for YouTube. Now, to me, this could get a little bit confusing, right? Because you're like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy, because now I just want to put out a video that talks about whatever, or I'm still in the niche, but I want to talk about something that's a problem that I just faced and I want to share that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that could be another discovery video that could pop. But if we're trying to build trust within YouTube and we want to keep serving that audience that got us a lot of those views, then we have to ask ourselves, what is next? Like, what is the continuation? And I don't mean like, I'm not looking at it like I have to build this series, like part 1, part 2. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like, what is it an emotional thing that you're talking about? Or is it a frustration? And now you're building off of that frustration that you're helping someone with. There's all different ways that you can come at this, but just thinking about it, it does make a lot of sense. And also you have to understand YouTube is very protective of who they are going to show a video to. But if we can make our trust factor go up, like this video, you can trust YouTube that is going to be really good for the viewer that just watched my other video, then they are going to be more apt to show it to that audience. So now we're not just building our subscriber base, but also like the pool of people that YouTube is willing to show it to, because we've built up trust that we are going to continue to serve and help with that one thing. Hopefully that makes sense. But let's talk about trust for a minute. I think the other thing that goes into this is like having a way for you to do things that a lot of people aren't doing. And so what I mean by that is YouTube is looking at what happens when someone watches the video, whether that's during the video, after the video, but also, do they leave a comment? Do you comment back? Those are all trust signals that are very, very important to YouTube, I believe. Because like I said, there's a lot of creators that are trying to get that attention. And so now what can we do that would separate us once someone does watch our video? Well, we can think to ourselves, what else do they need? What else do they want? What else is going to help them? Not necessarily what you think, but what is their next step? Now, I know some people are gonna be like, well, yeah, but I wanna do random topics, or I wanna be in the niche, but I wanna do, create content on what I wanna create right now. And that's fine, but to me, we have to build off of something that's already worked. And then we can get that momentum, because you can go viral. And if you go viral, that's great, but what happens after that? And I've seen this happen firsthand. We have one of our students that actually this happened to. He had a video go viral, and then he posted a follow-up video and it got a few hundred views. But he had a video that got over 1 million views. Why is that? Why didn't YouTube just push their video to that audience now? My belief is because the people that clicked on that video for that moment, YouTube served up that video. But then when they posted the next video, those people weren't interested in necessarily what that topic was, and YouTube knew it, so YouTube kind of pulled back on it. So that's why it's really important that we just think to ourselves, what was that video about, and what can we do as a follow-up to that video, or at least the same vein? This is pretty much all advice that I'm kind of giving myself, to be honest with you, because I've been doing this, like I said, a long time, and it can get frustrating. It can make you doubt if you are understanding what the platform wants anymore. But what I can say is, over the years that I've been doing this, they've always rewarded creators who build an audience that it trusts. And that comes down to some basic stuff, right? Giving value, connecting with the audience, replying to comments, just being helpful, being a service. And if we can do that and people watch more of our videos, it just naturally makes sense that they're going to want to watch more, and they're going to want to see more of your stuff when you post it. And as we build this trust with the audience, but also with YouTube, then YouTube will start to reward us. And I think that's a really good plan, no matter what platform we're talking about. Build trust. So if there was one thing that I could leave you with today, I would ask yourself, look at your videos that you've posted, see what one has gotten the most traction, and then ask yourself, what's the next video that those people would want to watch? What is one thing that would help them a little bit more from that? Or where can you pick up that conversation in another video? And I think if you do that, you'll probably see that that video will probably do a little bit better. So yeah, that's what I would try to do. And at the end of the day, just be helpful. Think to yourself, how can you help that viewer? and I think you'll be treated well.